All right, here we go again, live from DePrima Productions Studios in Bassett Ridge, New Jersey. It's the Michael Show with Michael DePrima. And that's me, I'm Michael. All right, sorry for getting off to a little bit of a rocky start. We might be a little late. We're trying to figure out, bunch of video guys trying to figure out how to do a either Zoom meeting or Hangouts or something with two other people. It's been a little difficult for me to figure out so far because I'm a producer. I'm not an engineer. The fact that this has come together in any way, shape, or form is already a miracle. So I think Steve just sent me a Zoom invite. Yep. Please join the meeting. There's the Zoom. If nothing prompts from browser, download and run Zoom. And I will. Looks like I'm downloading and running Zoom. Please don't make me insert my password because I do not remember what that is. Ooh, join a meeting. All right. Sorry, folks. Sorry, folks. Meeting ID. Copy. Paste. Join. Meeting password. I got that too. Oh man, ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Allow. Ooh, I see myself. Join with video. Connecting. Allow. Oh, I think I see Steve. Join with computer audio.
Hey, there he is.
Oh, there he is. All right, so let me make sure that audio gets sent through. Say a couple words, Steve. Ah, okay. So it is not sending your audio through.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there you go. We're doing it. Just not with audio. Hang on. Internal speakers. All right. Keep talking, boys.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4.
Keep checking.
3, 4, 5. So what is your beer selection tonight, man? I saw you had quite a few cans of interesting, intriguing selections. What did you have?
A few selections from
Things are freaking out.
Pennsylvania, which are delicious. Every single one is killer.
Very cool.
Also some tired hands.
Guys, I don't think anyone can hear what you're saying.
Who are you speaking to?
Both of you. Just, yeah.
Can you hear? You obviously can hear me, right?
I can hear Steve. I can hear Michael as well.
And I can hear Matt.
Yes, but the system can't hear either of you. I know.
That is beyond my control. I can't reach.
I know.
Boop, boop. But tonight I'm drinking.
Sorry, everyone.
We got some nice bitters in the mail.
Nice. Old fashioned.
Yeah, I'm drinking Bullet bourbon. I had some here, which is delicious, but now I'm down to the Bullet, which is good.
Bullet's good. Yeah.
Yeah, little Cointreau, some.
All right, that's not working.
Maraschino cherry in there. I know it's not standard for old fashioned.
Right. Did you
Anything with a bonus treat at the bottom, you don't get a little maraschino soaked in bourbon.
Sorry, y'all. Start talking, boys.
Maraschino.
Did you muddle your fruit before you poured your liqueur?
I did not muddle it. I believe a Manhattan is muddled, but an old fashioned is not muddled.
All right. Not working at all. Jerry says he thinks what we can hear is coming through my... Oh, I know it's coming through my mic. I'm well aware of that. I just can't get it to work. All right. So until I can maybe try something else to not bore you all, let's go with... Oh, hey, you. Why would Jer text me now? We're hearing them through your mic. No, I know, Jerry. They're hearing them through my mic. That's not the problem. It's trying to get my mic into the system. And that just simply is not working. Well, technical difficulties, We try to do things as best we can. And when it's a rinky-dink operation, things don't work. All right. We're going to get into some social distancing pickup lines. Hang on. Corona. I figured it fit. Remember, comedy, that's what we're going to. Jer says read above text. Okay. Well, anyway, COVID pickup lines. If COVID-19 doesn't take you out, can I? Ooh, rough, sad. Okay. Since all the public libraries are closed, I'm checking you out instead. All right. So here's what we're going to try. I'm going to try calling Matt Ham first, and then I'm going to call Steve next. Let's see if Matt picks up. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. No, he did not. I'll try one more time. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Something went wrong. Matt, try and call me on Duo. Let me see. Call me on Duo. And we'll see if that works. As I have a sip of Corona. All right. Very strange that audio is not working. But those are the things we deal with. What can you do? All right. Well, we're 8 minutes in. Oh, uplifting news. Some uplifting news. Okay. Hertz Rental Car is offering medical professionals a free rental car in New York City for a month. Pretty cool. Hertz Rental Car, good people. I don't normally rent from them, but maybe I will start. Incoming messages. Jer says he can connect us all via Zoom. Jer, we just tried Zoom. The problem is I can't get Zoom's audio to go out of the computer and into the switcher so everyone else can hear them. That is our current predicament. Don't know why it's not working. It works with Duo. But who knows? I would do a full computer restart. But then, actually, I can riff while we do a full restart. Nothing's going to break. All right. So, what do you want me to riff about? Someone put a question in the comments. You want me to teach a Star Wars class? At least the computer's rebooting. We got that going for us. All right. So, let me know if I should do this again next week, if I should just do a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday show. Let me know what you think we should do. Because if people are still watching... Oh, see, now Matt's calling Gmail. I'm restarting it, Matt, but then we'll try again. But I figure if people are watching, I'll just keep doing it and making a fool of myself nightly for your viewing pleasure. All right, it started back up. Let's see. All right. Let's try a phone call. Calling Matt. Maybe he'll pick up and we can have a conversation with highfalutin Ham. Trying to call you. Let's see what he says. We're just having fun. It's a Friday night. What else you got to do? Friday night in a quarantine? I can't go play laser tag. I can't go bowling. So why not sit here for hours on end rambling while I drink beer? Oh yeah, maybe someday I'll go through cool stuff in the man cave. That behind you, oh, let me go this way. That right there is... Oh, Matt hung up. Signed Batman poster. It's got a lot of them on it. All right, ending the call. ending the calls. It's not even Friday the 13th, but for some reason, nothing is working. It's an interesting predicament we're in here. There's a text. Yeah, I know. I'm aware of that. I'm not trying to get it out of my audio jack. I'm going strictly through HDMI. So maybe I'll try joining Zoom again. Just for funsies. Just to see if it works. I'm not an idiot. I know how to get audio into a switcher, guys. All right. They say check my email, so I will do just that. I'll try joining Zoom again. We'll open Zoom. I'll give a call, join with video, connecting. Join with computer audio. You are using computer audio. Say a few things, Steve.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4.
I hear you coming through. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's see. Let me go full screen. Go to my audio settings. It says it's going through the right audio. But for some reason, Zoom does not interface that way, but Google does.
Wow, jeez.
I know.
Brave new world. Who knew?
Start talking, Steve. Say a couple things.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, you guys can
5,
hear him well
6.
enough, and I'll get pretty close to the microphone, too. All
I can
right.
hear you.
Good.
I don't hear anybody else. I mean, I just hear you and me.
Yeah, you should just be hearing me.
Okay.
Guys, is that audio good enough for you right now? I hope it is. Nope. All right, Steve.
Yes.
So, what's up?
Hey. Nothing much.
Oh, got it. Yes, there is a separate section in Zoom. Go ahead, talk, Steve.
Check 1, 2,
Yes!
3, 4.
Oh, man.
Hey!
There is a separate
Pew, pew,
section
pew.
in Zoom, since I've never used it before. Select speaker, HDMI, V1. Oh, my gosh, we're doing it. All
There
right,
it is.
let's get Ham. Ham, join through email. All right. Wow. Wow. Halfway through the show. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have had a few before trying to do this.
Can't
Where's
schedule
Glenn?
these around
Glenn!
happy hour.
We needed Glenn.
Glenn. We need Glenn.
Glenn would have had redundancy on redundancy on redundancy.
He has 3 encoders in his bedroom right now.
Yeah, right now. He's just trying to...
Absolutely. Yes.
No,
He's watching Tiger King on 3 encoders.
So I have to watch that, right? Everyone keeps telling me,
Oh my
you
gosh.
got to watch Tiger King.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're kind of got to pressured into it. You're going to be left out if you don't watch it.
But it's good?
It's good. I mean, you know, it's a sliding scale. We're quarantined. We've watched everything we wanted to watch. Now we have a documentary that's semi-entertaining. So, yeah, it's good.
All right. So if anything on Netflix, what would be the best if someone hasn't seen? Like for me, I would tell someone, what was it? Abducted in Plain Sight. That one is just a mind blower. That one just, you're like, oh, these parents aren't that dumb. Then you're like, oh, no, they're not that dumb. And then it's like, oh, no, they're not that dumb. But it's like, they're that dumb.
Yes. I wanted to rename that WTF because every time you learn this new kind of reveal, it was like, what the F?
Yeah.
And then another one and another. It just kept ratcheting.
It was just absolutely unbelievable.
Wild Wild Country. That's a good
Wild Wild
the
Country. I haven't
yogi
done that
guy.
one yet either.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Wild Wild Country.
Some kind of yogi con man from India. Very good. Good stuff. Documentary. Are we documentaries?
Yeah, I don't think we have to. Anything good. Everyone keeps telling me I have to watch, what is it, Spy on Amazon? What was
Haven't seen it. I heard good things.
Everyone keeps, like, Pat James talks about it. Sean Naiman talks about it. Oh, I lost it, Steve. I just see a picture of you now.
That's okay.
Oh,
I just went back and forth.
Oh, you testing.
I had to clear my throat and I didn't want to do it over the microphone. Ozark, season 3 just got released today. Can't wait to get into that.
Yeah. That's going to be an interesting dynamic.
Pat turned me on to Patriot. Amazon.
Oh, that's the one. Patriot. Yeah, not
Sue,
Spy. Patriot.
Patriot. Yeah. That is very good. It's a slow burn the first couple episodes, but it's worth the investment. I liked it tremendously.
I like slow burn. Slow burns work for me.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was definitely, not the usual. So I like that. It was very good.
All right. What was the last movie you saw in the theater that you paid for and were happy about paying for? Because I don't even know what mine is.
Man, I have to think about it. The last movie I paid for. And
we're happy about it. Because I've paid for a lot of movies and it's like, oh, I spent $14 on that.
I can't remember the last time I went to the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even think about it.
So I did pay to see. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I do recall going to see. I'm embarrassed to say this. I do recall going to see Grindhouse in the theater around 10:30. I was the only one in the theater. It was me and a bunch of like moms with the kids watching whatever kids movie was out at the time. And that was odd. I've never experienced being the only person in the theater, but Grindhouse was probably an interesting experience for
Classic Ham. I was late to the party. Sorry, Ham was trying to call me as you were talking.
He's trying to affix his prime lens onto his.
So did you like Grindhouse? Damn it, Ham! Stop trying to call me.
Loved Grindhouse. Loved it.
What was this guy? I loved it too. So hang on.
Yeah.
Decline.
Besides the lack of live audience that was with me.
Stop calling me, Ham. Is he just not reading the text messages? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Jer says, yes. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was awesome. That was
have not seen it, but I've heard good things.
You haven't seen it.
That was the last one I saw was...
Oh, Ham! Hang on. He keeps trying to call me.
Glenn Neighbor, of all people, recommended Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Blocked him. I just blocked Ham.
But the last one the last one I saw in the theaters, it came to me now, was the what was the Tarantino movie with they were in a cabin, something 8, the
Hateful Eight. Yeah.
Hateful Eight. That was the last movie I saw in the theater, and it was good. I loved that one. Thought it was awesome.
Oh, Farabox says Joker. Oh, Ham says his internet is down.
Joker I saw on the plane. It was awesome.
You saw it on the plane.
Saw it on the plane. So
Ham! Oh my gosh, Ham, stop it. I thought I blocked you. Hang on.
So should I be hearing anybody else?
Hey, Ham, get on Zoom.
Zoom.
Yes, bye. Love you, buddy. He's gone. Oh gosh.
Should I be hearing anybody?
No, you're gonna be hearing him in a second.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's gonna get on Zoom finally.
You're reading the chats. I got it.
Yes. Oh yeah, I'm reading the chats on YouTube.
Gotcha.
There, or people are texting me is what it is.
Yeah.
Lauren, all right. Oh yeah, so Grindhouse, really quick, I want to touch on that.
Yes.
Dude, Stuntman Mike, I do not remember. First of all, I think I had just graduated college or just graduated high school when that came out, or was back.
Don't show off. That's not
cool. Sorry. Or I was back from like a vacation or something, and I went to see it with my friends. And my hands were sweaty at the end of Death Proof. Like there was so much tension. I was like, this is a masterpiece, and it's still his worst film.
Right.
Like it's Tarantino's worst film, but for me, there's so much bang for your buck in that film.
That was the highlight of that part. I like the campiness of the whole Bruce Willis, and I like the campiness of that. But yeah, there was real ratcheted up tension.
Yeah.
I love the Tarantino dialogue, right? So they sat around the table, they talked, and you're like, okay, when is this scene gonna get out? And they kept going and going, kind of like Family Guy when they run that joke, and then the fourth time, the fifth time, like, all right.
So
he's just a dialogue guy.
Yeah. Oh, all the shots are meticulously choreographed. There goes your phone.
Yes.
All the shots are meticulously choreographed. Yeah, he's in somewhere. How come I don't see you? Oh, there you are.
Here I am.
Here I am. Participants 3. Gallery view. Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Am I in?
So, yes, you're in.
Am I in the box?
Yes, you're somebody now.
All right, we're just wrapping up. Fade to black. It's been nice
so
seeing
thank you guys so much for coming on. This was great. All right, I got a question from Jerry. How do we feel about alcohol in movie theaters? Or for me, I like the alcohol in movie theaters. I hate the service in movie theaters. Give me what I want before the movie comes on.
I have gone out of my way to not go to a movie that serves food just for that reason.
I bring gaff tape.
I don't want to hear people chewing.
Exactly.
It sounds
I don't want to
so
hear
disgusting.
people ordering while I'm in a movie.
No.
Like I bring gaff tape and I gaff tape over the lights because otherwise you have lights in your eyes.
I
don't
agree.
know what you're talking about. Never been to one.
One that I don't want to be disrupted by a waitress. And I also don't want to drink a lot of liquid because I'm getting older and I have to pee a lot. So I went to a movie once. I had 2 beers. I went to the bathroom 3 times. So, and I can't stand the sound of my own children chewing food from across the room. So,
but that's your own. But that's your own. You got to see someone for that, buddy.
I don't know who to see.
Oh, there are people. Okay. Serve alcohol. Jer says, "What a dump."
What's he talking about?
He's talking about us trying to get this thing off the ground.
Oh,
really? It's me trying to get this thing off the ground. But now we know.
Yeah.
And we can do this so many more times now. Okay. Favorite movies.
I'd rather be working.
Yeah. Favorite movies.
I feel like I'm working.
Favorite movies. What do we got?
Favorite of all time?
Sure.
Pick a genre at least.
Yeah, give me a
comedy. We'll go comedy.
Comedy.
Dumb and Dumber will always be up there for me because it's
something
just
about
so
Mary.
stupid. Exactly.
I watched
it's
something about Mary
Brothers.
recently. That was good.
Yeah.
Is Trading Places a comedy, right?
I would say so. It's
the fact that you have to ask.
Yeah.
Well, it's also a tale about life and the 1%ers and, you know.
Oh, that's where we're going.
It's pretty serious.
Who invited Ham?
Yeah. Thanks for the invite. Highfalutin Ham. Why do we call you Highfalutin Ham?
Because I like the finer things in life. Not the things that everybody else can afford or has a palate to enjoy to the level that I do.
Oh, so smug.
I think my favorite story is I'm not eating at that restaurant. They serve hamburgers. I think that's my favorite line. My favorite ham line. We can't eat here. I can't go to dinner here. They're serving hamburgers.
Jerry Shortle's favorite is Blazing Saddles.
That's a good one.
Now, I showed Blazing Saddles to my sister-in-law, my guest 2 nights ago, and she was like, I can't believe this. She's like, I can't. And I was like, well, different time. You got to kind of appreciate it for what it was. And they were all in on it together. And I
mean, they're taking the Quickie Mart scenes out of Simpsons.
Exactly.
I can't imagine what
it's going so far.
Blazing Saddles. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Blazing Saddles will ever be on television again. No. Right? It'll never be on IFC. It'll never be on, I mean, I don't know if it ever was on TBS or anything or one of those channels, but.
I mean, I think I watched, it was a few years ago, but I remember sitting down with my kids and watching Caddyshack, the uncut Caddyshack. And all of a sudden there's boobs and people are smoking doobies. I'm like, wait a minute. Because I'm so used to seeing it on cable television. And I saw the uncut version. I'm like, holy, this is kind of raunchy.
Yeah. Animal House. All those older comedy movies. And you know what's weird? Like people are starting to say already that The Office went too far. Like that Michael Scott.
In what way?
Like with the Oscar stuff. Because you know how Michael like forcibly kisses Oscar to show that he's like okay with it. People are like, oh, it's too far. Cancel The Office. It's like, look, if Netflix will play it, like Netflix still has Blazing Saddles on. It must not be that bad, right? Anyone can still watch it. All right. Any other questions coming in? All right. Let's go to favorite TV show. Do we have favorite TV shows?
Does TV exist anymore?
Yeah, it's the golden age, baby.
Golden Girls.
All right.
Favorite TV show.
Allow it.
I mean, does a Netflix show count?
Sure.
I like
series.
Ozark. We were just talking about Ozark.
Yeah, we
Ozark
started
is
to
really
watch
good.
that.
Super psyched. It came out, today, right?
Yeah,
Today.
today.
Yeah.
Third season, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start
Yeah.
it. That's one of those that I have to do by myself because when I started it, I don't think Lauren and I were married yet, so I started it without her, and now we're 2 seasons in, and I could probably restart it.
I have been watching the promos for the season 3 of Westworld, and I like the futuristic urban aspect of it. I did not watch season 2, so I am now avoiding season 3 so I can watch season 2.
Yeah.
Is that that's a new phenomenon, I think, is that I feel anxiety over watching Netflix shows. I almost feel like it's a chore. It's like people give me like
it's
this
not enjoyable anymore.
Right. It's like, oh my God, I got to add this. And it feels like my inbox is getting fuller. And I'm like, I can't deal with all this work I've got.
I totally agree. I totally
It's insane.
agree.
I gotta stop working so I can get through all my Netflix jobs.
Well, have you watched the Lion Guy, whatever it is, the
Tiger King.
Oh, Tiger
King.
King. Yeah.
Joe Exotic. Come on, man.
Joe Exotic.
for
I
president.
just finished
Lauren,
it last
Lauren and I
night.
have to
Brilliant.
watch. Lauren and I have to start watching that.
All right, we
Oh
won't
my
give
God.
anything away.
Please.
Coronavirus.
How about this?
saved that
I'll have
show
you on.
from
I'll have you guys on next
anonymity.
Friday. We'll have you on
Yeah.
next Friday, and we'll talk about Tiger Shark.
We'll do a Tiger Shark.
So
Yeah,
everyone,
Tiger
watch Tiger Shark.
King. Tiger Shark.
Tiger
is
King.
an
All right.
inside joke.
Oh, Tiger Shark is from Verizon.
Tiger Shark is a great story. though.
Tiger Shark is
That is a
great
good story.
You
We
want
need
to tell
to
it?
get Tom. We got to get Tommy Malatesta in for it because
Yeah.
he was the A1 during that job. But
Is Malatesta
I really-
watching? I don't know.
I
Next Friday,
I would
we'll get
feel,
Malatesta.
Yeah. I'd feel more comfortable if Malatesta was the guest on that because we could.
All right. Next
we could
Friday,
really-
we'll do a 4-way, and we'll have
There we go.
Malatesta. We'll tell the Tiger Shark story, and we'll talk about
Yeah.
Tiger King.
Tiger King. That's the perfect.
Brilliant.
There it is.
Perfect episode.
Beautiful.
Perfect
Yeah.
episode.
Serendipitous.
Way better than this
Love it.
POS.
Yeah. So on your Corona vacation, what's your go-to meal? What's your comfort food in these dark times?
Lenny's Pizza, vodka margarita. So it's a margarita pie, but instead of marinara sauce, it's vodka sauce.
Oh, interesting.
Carb loading.
Yeah. Well, it's Friday, and I can't have meat.
The diocese said you guys can eat meat today.
Oh yeah.
Didn't she get that?
Yeah, I got that dispensation.
That's for those cherry picking Catholics, right? Whenever it's convenient.
That's not for me.
Is it because of
me.
the Corona that they're letting
tuna
it all go?
fish.
No, the Corona's
Tuna fish
yeah,
all
tuna
day.
fish only. Got to get my tuna protein. We got special tuna in the house too. There's this special hand-selected non-mercury tuna that pregos can eat.
It's also
Sounds
called
expensive.
whale in other countries.
Yeah. Came from China.
Whale is a red fish, red mammal.
Red.
I would eat whale if it was offered to me.
You would.
As long as
would.
they're not serving hamburger in the same place.
All right. So
Whale burger, maybe.
Matt and I had caviar for the first time in our lives together. There's a picture of me spoon feeding it to him. We'll get Malatesta next week, and he'll tell that story too. That was a good one.
Another Malatesta story.
Malatesta, that dude's got the stories. He's been around for a lot of it.
He's the quiet guy.
Oh, yeah,
in the
who's
background
always listening.
during all this asinine stuff.
Always listening.
He's always like the voice of reason
Yeah. Smart dude.
when we go off the rails.
And we sometimes do. All right. So, favorite city to travel to for work?
Oof. Like Chicago
I like
food's good.
Chicago.
and New
Chicago's
Orleans.
great.
I'm purely taking it from the food perspective because
I've never
for some
been to
reason
Purple
that's a
Pig
big
still.
priority in my life. You never been where? Purple
Still never
Pig,
been to
yeah.
Purple Pig.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a good place.
I know.
They moved right across the street basically, but they got a bigger setup.
Bigger spot.
But yeah, Chicago and New Orleans in terms of food. Jer's listening. Jer and I had a real good meal, and we were giddy. I think we ordered the entire menu at Cochin when we were in New Orleans.
Yeah.
So, good stuff.
I think San Francisco is one of my favorites.
One of the best food towns. San
Good pick.
Francisco, Chicago.
San
Definitely.
Francisco, and just a beautiful city to walk around and drive around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
probably San
Definitely.
Fran.
We did.
Because San Francisco is probably the only area outside of the tri-state area where I'll have Italian food. I don't like Italian food in Chicago, but I'll eat Italian food in San Francisco.
In San Francisco, really?
Huh. Yeah.
A whole bunch of
Francisco
Italians. Well, Sabella's seafood. So there's Sabella's seafood. My grandmother, my mother's maiden name is Sabella, and her father was the fishman in Brooklyn. He'd go around, with the fish, and Sabella's is our relative. I've still never been in. I have no idea who they are, but apparently I'm related to them.
You're a monger.
I'm a fishmonger. That's why my Hotmail email address is Mikey the Fish. It is. It's been since 1997, since Hotmail came out. Jer says Austin is his favorite food city. Yeah, Austin, San Francisco, Chicago. What? You don't like Austin that much, too?
No, I do. I mean, I think I've had this conversation with a couple people. I don't know why, but food seems so important to me, and I almost was wistful that I had forgot all the good food in Austin.
Jerry Shortle says that Ashburn, Virginia has good hot dogs.
I was going to say, if it was up to Jerry, we'd be in Coney Island every day eating hot dogs.
Oh, man. Beautiful. So in Ashburn, Virginia, we go to this place called Ford's Fish Shack. It is best fried lobster's tail I've ever had, best Ipswich clams I had. And every time we're there, Jerry Shortle always gets the hot dog. I've still never had it at a fish restaurant. I've still never had it, but apparently it's amazing.
Actually, Shortle cut me off a piece of his hot dog. That's not a euphemism. And it was good. I enjoyed his hot dog. It was very good.
All right. I think next time, if we ever go back there, I'll have to try a hot dog.
Shortall's got a good story with hot dogs. He played a good trick on me with a hot dog.
Oh, did he?
And maybe
I'd like to hear about that.
I know. This is PG-13 show, so
That's
I'm not going to go into any more detail than that. But we'll have to have Jer on for Shortall on for another episode as well. He can tell that story.
Definitely.
On the next episode of That's Not My Wiener.
All right.
Hot dogs were hidden during that time.
So I think I do need to have some sort of like opening graphic. I think
agreed.
If we go in, just get rid of the I Love Lucy. I got dinged for copyright for the Harry Potter tune.
Did you?
I was curious about that.
Right after it finished,
have like
5 minute finish the Harry Potter episode, I got an email saying they're going to put an ad on it because a copyright claim has been made.
Get out of here.
So there's an algorithm.
I thought it was. Wow. That's what I thought. I thought it was some kind of automated thing.
Harry Potter.
Shazam or something.
No, it's the doo 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 doo.
It's the song.
It's the song that got me. No, it's not. If I said Harry Potter, that would be creepy. Oh, let's talk about phones listening to us. So
I don't know if that's really true.
It's true. It's true.
Oh, it's 100% true.
It's 100% true, and it happens with iPhones more than anything else.
I think that you just search stuff and you forget, and then it starts showing up in your Facebook feed. And
this one time, me, Ham, and Jer were together. We were doing a job at the W on Hollywood Boulevard, and Jer was talking about these cable ties. He didn't even really know the name for them, but he was like, "Oh yeah, I saw some guy had them," and he probably said a couple names. Then all of a sudden, boom, that cable tie popped up that night as we were sitting there. It happens.
All right.
It happens all too often.
All too often.
I think they anticipate. I thought I was in on a show where someone was talking about AI, and they talked about Uber Eats, and that they have all this data. So every time somebody orders a food delivery with Uber Eats, it gets logged, and eventually they have so much data that they can anticipate what you're going to order in a neighborhood before you order it. And that they start to food in the Uber Eats and start trolling the neighborhood, waiting for that call. So I think there's a lot of that too. I think that it's like they've got so much data on you that they probably know what you want before you know it, and that's how that.
There's probably a lot of hot dogs roaming around Hackettstown.
Absolutely, H-Town dogs, man, all day.
So all right, so we. Recently at one of the places I work, they had a whole bunch of Gen Zers in. And the Gen Zers, people who worked at the company were asking them, how do you feel about your data? Do you care? that it's being aggregated by so-and-so. And they were like, no, pretty much as long as Google or as long as Facebook or as long as Spotify can get me what I want when I want it, I'm fine with my data being out in the open. Now, call me old-fashioned, but they're not talking just about like, thank you. Oh, you're drinking an old-fashioned?
Mm-hmm.
But they're not talking about like playlist data, like your credit card information, everything else, all like your entire, digital footprint. I'm not, if I could press delete now and delete everything and start fresh on the internet, I would.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the young generation is just used to it. They've given up. They've relinquished the right to their privacy, and they don't have a problem with that. Where, we're old dogs and we're trying to, fit into this new world. And I think it bothers us. It doesn't bother them. My kids, they don't give a shit.
So what's it going to take?
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
What's it going to?
That's in PG-13.
What's it going to take?
What's it going to take for them to be like, oh, I guess I need my data?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it's
because they're not even using their own credit cards yet. Right.
Yeah. I mean, it is. I never thought there would be a day where I would say, who's, what song is that? Who's this latest artist?
Yeah,
I don't know anybody now. And I never thought I would be that way, but I am. So I guess.
Okay. But I'm like that now too, because I think whatever is out there is just, I don't think it's any good. Now, okay.
That's not music.
Yeah, that's, yeah. Right. Get off my lawn, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
It's not even Nicki Minaj anymore. There are other artists out there who I don't know.
The fact that I know who she is, that's already past
but
that.
Anything after that, I don't think I know anything. Like, I made a conscious decision that there is so much better stuff available out there now that I'm going to listen to that and catch up on that than do anything new moving forward. And if it's good enough, then I'll probably find it along the way.
I guess, but what I do find funny is that when my son is 22, my older son's 22 now, he'll have friends over, Aerosmith, Van Halen, like all these
the classics will remain classics.
And all those kids like it. So yeah, there is a foundation. I guess it's like jazz, right? There's like that Dixieland jazz, and it's a foundation for all jazz, and it builds up from there. Maybe 80s hair bands are the foundation for rock. I don't know, or the 70s Black Sabbath guys, I guess.
It's gotten to the point for me where I just put on the country station if I'm in Lauren's car where I don't have my Bluetooth hooked up and everything, and I'm driving, I'll default to the country station. Ham's like, no.
I draw the line.
Really?
I can't do
You can't get into it?
Like it. Nope.
A lot of them are wholesome, but I heard one the other night that I thought was going to be wholesome, and it was anything but. And I was like, ah.
The fastest motion of the world is me hearing country music and grabbing for the
for me, that's the Cars for Kids commercial. If I hear doo-doot, doo-doot, my hand goes right to the button.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, because you're from Pennsylvania.
Because I have culture and
no, because they don't donate cars to kids. No, because they don't donate cars to kids.
Where do those cars go?
For kids.
No. Did anybody do an investigation on that?
I don't know, but do you remember? So there was that one guy who sold his car for like cash for clunkers or something. And it had like his electric company or whatever it was there. And that car ended up being sent over to Afghanistan. Do you remember seeing that? Does anyone remember seeing that?
No.
Yeah, the guy sold his car. I don't know if he donated it to one of those cars for kids, but the car went overseas to Afghanistan. They mounted a turret on it. Unbelievable. I'll find the story. I'll find the story.
A turret on it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it was a truck.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Like a sedan. Well, it was Al Qaeda using the vehicle. It wasn't like. All right. Let me see if there are any questions coming in.
Interesting.
Jer says there are tons of good music out there, not mainstream. You need to know where to look. Well, tell us where to look.
Spotify. My Spotify list.
Your Spotify. Oh, Ham, show us your setup. Show us your nice little edge light. Show us what you got.
Oh, that's it. I got a little kicker over there.
Look at this.
I got a...
Golly.
Hold on, let me see my drink down. I got a nice lantern, which is a permanent install here, but.
Oh, very nice.
Damn.
And then I got a little diffusion on my lamp over here.
Oh, a China ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
China.
Go big or go home.
Can you say China ball?
China ball.
I don't know.
Corona ball.
Can't call it a Corona ball. Nope. Can't.
Can't.
It's like a Coors Light party ball, but with Corona.
Michael's too young to know what a Coors Light party ball is.
Yeah,
No, I know what it is.
He saw it in the movie once.
No. yeah. When you guys mention something,
Porkies.
When you guys mention something that I don't know what it is, I immediately find out what it is because I want to be included in the conversation too.
I want to be old like you guys.
Yeah, I know who Spuds McKenzie is. I get it. So, what else you got?
So,
you're the host. You got to steer this ship.
Yeah.
The ship.
What are you guys doing to fill your time? You just watching Netflix and sleeping, or you got
going for walks?
Learning anything new?
I've been walking a lot. Yeah. Going outside, keeping my distance from people. It is a weird thing because I live in a neighborhood that has sidewalks and things. I know you guys are way out in sticks, but and the sidewalks, it is odd when you come face to face with someone on the sidewalk. It's all right. Is this person cool? We're just going to walk by, or are they like a weirdo?
Hold your breath.
Yeah, exactly. And Matt, don't laugh. I've done it. I've said this guy looks a little sick. I'm going to hold my breath as I walk by, and I'm holding my breath as I walk by, and I put this big exhale out.
See, all right. So is it mass hysteria? Because I see people going through stores with gloves. I see them with the face masks on. And I'm like, am I being irresponsible? Am I being irresponsible here? I wash my hands when I get home. I do everything I'm supposed to do.
With the plastic bags over their heads, that kind of stuff.
Well, that was a little ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I've seen people with scarves over their faces, and
I think if I was over 60, I would be that paranoid.
Okay, yes. If I was over,
you would or would not.
I would be that paranoid.
Yeah, or if I was immune compromised. Definitely.
Yeah. Sure. But then you probably wouldn't be in the grocery store either.
Probably true.
Unless I had to eat food to live.
Well, no, then they just get delivered.
I don't know.
Yeah, my in-laws did that, and they went to place a delivery. It's like a Monday, like, we'll be there next Friday. So they were jacked up.
Plus, you know how people over 60 are so good with technology. I mean, it's like trying to figure out how to program your VCR or something.
Yeah. Well, they did they got it through Target. The wait for Target was only 2 days.
So
I
heard it was really good to them.
I heard an announcement.
But they said, I guess when the person came to deliver the food, they're like, "Oh, you guys are so nice." They said, "So many people are such assholes. Like, what do you mean you don't have that brand? That's what I wanted. You don't have this? What the hell?" So,
that is one thing that I have noticed coming out of this is that people are just are so set in their ways and have this expected. I don't know what it is. They like everyone owes them something. It's like you got to sacrifice a little bit.
Yeah.
God forbid.
We're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
Right. And so someone with the sniffles or someone that may be feeling sick, no one's going to tell me to stay in. It's like almost like a defiant thing. It's odd.
So ShopRite has early hours. They said their earlier hours, they're going to allow, older people to come in and help them out.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
Yeah,
like a lot of companies like Hertz is doing free rental cars for a month for health workers in New York City.
That's cool.
So like a lot of companies are stepping up. It's, that's cool to see.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, that's really just a bullshit marketing
PR stuff.
I mean, it really isn't costing them anything, and they're getting all this good press from it. But hey, we'll take it.
They don't have to do
gesture. Right.
Yeah.
We'll take the good gesture where they can.
Yeah.
So, Steve, what is your wife doing? What did they do?
My wife works for the school board, and she can easily transition to work from home. So that's what they're doing. But that being said, I've been kind of privy to a couple conference calls and just kind of overhearing a few things. And it is crazy. Like all these kids are, going to have to, do, homeschooling and online. And then what do you do with the kids that, don't have internet access, or they got a lot of kids that need, breakfast and lunch they get from school, and now they're not at school. And those are the kids that, you just kind of feel for. It's messed up. It sucks that they're in a position where they can't, they're going to be stuck at home, and maybe their home life isn't great. And school was their kind of sanctuary, and now that's kind of taken from them. So I feel pretty bad for those kids. But in terms of what she's been doing, she's been able to easily transition to work from home. So that was easy.
Has it been busier for her?
Yeah, totally. It's been, they're just trying to figure out stuff. They're trying to figure out how to hand out laptops to kids that don't have that kind of stuff and all that. So it's been crazy. It sounds like it started to settle down. I mean, you look to other school systems and get ideas from them and see what they're doing. And, so it's starting to settle down now.
So Matt, your wife works in the public school system as well in Pennsylvania. What's it like for her?
She just had 2 days of meetings, Zoom meetings. Should have bought stock in Zoom. And they just had 2 days of meetings to talk about ELearning, which starts on Monday.
Oh, so they are going to go full-blown learning.
Yeah.
Virtual.
So they're talking about how to do it. And the big, trouble spot is the kids that don't have access. And also, I guess her school is giving out hotspots if you don't have internet. So internet is given. I believe a laptop or iPad is given if they don't have access to one. But you also have to have a parent that gives a shit. Because if your parent is, these kids are 8. So they're not going to go and find a laptop and I need to learn today. The parent has to help.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's a small percentage of parents that don't care enough to follow through. They think they're on vacation for God knows how long. So sleeping and drinking all day.
I resemble that comment.
Yeah.
Jer says your setup looks flat, Ham.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
First off, it's green screen, so it's supposed to be flat.
Yeah. Do you see that most reporters now just got an 80-inch television, put it behind them, and they just have like 2 Kinos or 2 Astras light panels, just blasting them with light, and that's what they're doing, just sitting at home.
With a television behind them?
With a television behind them. An 80-inch behind them with some
books.
Motion graphic.
It's always shelves
boats,
of leather-bound books.
Yeah.
Oh,
so they're doing it like the Mandalorian, no longer green screen, but it's actually real life.
Let's
LED
talk about that
projection.
stuff. Let's talk about that. Filmmaking is going to a crazy place. So traditionally, everything was done. In the past 20 years, everything's been done with a green screen. They would add everything in later on in post-production. They'd shoot the footage. Everyone would be against green. Then they digitally put in the backgrounds. Now, LED walls have gotten in such a way that they're making an LED wall surrounding the whole sound stage, and they're projecting the landscapes. Not projecting. They're displaying the landscapes on the LED walls. And the whole Mandalorian TV show was done that way. Pretty incredible. I'll try and put a link in the description about it.
Hard to make a change, but
that's what I was saying. It's baked into the image. That's got to be a little scary, but But although go ahead, sorry.
But it's cool that they actually get the lighting, like this edge light here, you get from the LED wall, so it's natural. All that effective lighting. It's cool. But I actually I've been trying to get the boys to watch Mandalorian. They had no interest. And then now that we're home, I'm like, well, they have to earn their TV time. So what we do at home is both of the boys have Fitbits. They can't have any screen time. They can't get any screen time until they have 10,000 steps. So sometimes they go on the treadmill. Sometimes they run laps around the house, or they just run in place, anything to get 10,000 steps. So
I thought I saw a dog in your neighborhood with your kid's Fitbit on it. Is that
possible? Might have been a deer in my neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
But. So every once in a while, I'm like, okay, now that we're home, stuck at home, like if you want to watch something, let's watch Mandalorian. So I forced them to watch Mandalorian, but we were watching it during the day, and it is so dark in some of those scenes, kind of like Game of Thrones was, that it's almost unwatchable.
Yeah.
And I appreciate people's, taste in cinematography, that it's underlit. That's fine if you're in a movie theater, but you're at home watching a TV with a window behind you. It sucks.
Right. Yeah.
And I have my TV maxed out as much as I can, and it's still too dark.
Yeah.
So can only watch Mandalorian at night.
Yeah,
I think I just got an alert that our Zoom may be ending since this is the unpaid version of Zoom.
Okay.
Oh,
I
40
didn't
minutes.
realize.
That's fine.
So
Thanks.
Built-in time.
It's all right. Thank you guys so much for being here. Sorry it took a little bit to get done, but next Friday we will have
Tiger
all
Shark.
these kinks, Tiger Shark and Tiger. What's the show called?
Tiger King.
Tiger King. Watch
the Tiger
them next
King
Friday.
Tiger Shark show.
Next Friday, we're going to talk about all those things. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for being here.
Got it.
Bye.
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 All right. So there you have it. Good time. Good times were had by all, I think. I know I had a good time once we got things going. Thank you so much for bearing with us. I'll try not to make that happen again, or let that happen again, I should say. All right. So, from all of us here at The Michael Show with Michael DePrima, meaning myself, have a great weekend. Please let me know if I should do 5 nights a week. I don't know. Maybe I should just stick to Monday, Friday. You tell me. Next week, it'll definitely happen. So have a very, very pleasant evening and an even better weekend. Good night. Have a good one.